What's up, guys? George here, and so I got an email today. Someone on wondering my thoughts on abstinence versus moderation, and I thought this was a great question, and I know a lot of people who are on the fence of of recovering and you know on the process of trying to quit. And what happens is your mind can play all these mental kind of tricks with you and thinking, you know what, why do I have to give it up completely? Let me just have it once in a while. Why do I got to give it up completely? Because for some reason, us humans, we have a really hard time, uh, you know, coping with the word never. Just we have a hard time coping with the thought of never again. Just for some reason, it scares us, that thought of never again. So we like to play these mental games with ourselves and saying, maybe just once in a while. Why do I gotta, be completely abstinent? Why not once in a while? Maybe I can learn to just, strengthen my willpower and just have it, moderately once in a while. And hey, this is the thing. If you can do that, great. Go for it. Hey, if you find you're totally fine with doing it, moderately, then by all means go for it. And I think this is where it comes down to knowing yourself as a person. And I know myself. I'm one of those types of people that it's all or nothing. I'm a very extreme type of person, and so for me that doesn't work as much. So I find that it's a lot better off just not having it at all. And I'm working with a lot of people. I can find that that's a common theme for a lot of people as well, because the whole moderation concept, that is a slippery slope. Nobody starts out to be an alcoholic. You don't just wake up one day, I aspire to become an alcoholic someday. It all just starts out with just one. You have one drink, and all of a sudden, maybe you start out in the beginning you're young, maybe you have a drink once every couple of months. And, I remember when I was first started drinking when I was young, I think 14 years old. It was a rare kid. I think it was like once every 2 or 3 months. And then all of a sudden, it quickly turned into, like a once a month thing. And then before you know it, turned into a once a week thing. And then before you know it, it was every Friday and Saturday. And then before you know it, by the time I got into college, it was Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then it turned to Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Before you know it, it was just having a drink every day after work, just as a way to relax. And that's how it is for a lot of people. Nobody starts out, and so it starts with moderation. That can become a real slippery slope, and before you know it, you may be doing good with moderation for a while, but over time it can turn into a slippery slope. And because it takes willpower, and this is the truth, that we only have so much willpower. And if you're telling yourself, what, I'm only going to have a drink on the weekends, then even if you're good with that, it still takes willpower to exercise that. If you're saying you're only having a drink in the evening, every evening, or drink in the week, it still takes willpower to exercise that. And that is costing you willpower that you could be applying to other areas of your life. And some people like to argue about this, but this is the truth. No matter how high of an achiever you are in your life, if you're wasting willpower managing your bad habits, without having to waste willpower managing those habits, you would have extra willpower. So you could be that much more of an achiever. That's the bottom line. Nobody ever has improved their life by drinking alcohol, but there's been a lot of people who completely destroy their lives by alcohol. Never read a self-improvement book, ever. Gone to a seminar, listened to anyone who said, what, drinking alcohol on the weekend is what took my business to the next level, took my game to the next level, took my performance to the next level. Never once. And I've gone to many, many seminars, read hundreds, if not thousands, of self-improvement books, and never once heard that. So never has anyone improved their life by drinking, but a lot of people, it has caused destruction in their life. And so by sacrificing willpower just to have some drinks on moderately, just know it's costing you. In life, everything has a price. And so you have to say, is it worth it or not? Maybe it is for you. Maybe it's okay. You're willing to spend some of your willpower to be able to have the drinks on the weekend. That's okay. But what you'll find, and I find it's a lot easier just to go without it, is that because if you can learn to live without it, then every day becomes that reward. Because, when you're thinking of it as a reward, I'm just going to have it on the weekend. You're thinking of it as just like a reward. You're glamorizing. I'm just going to say this is a treat, reward for my Friday, Saturday special. So you're glamorizing alcohol, seeing it as a reward, as a treat, instead of seeing it as the demon for what it is, seeing it as an anchor that's holding you back in your life. And this is going to make it harder. Where when you just see it for the demon and that it is and how it's holding you back in your life, it's a lot easier to refrain without it. And then guess what? Because you're not living for the weekend and living for this reward, this little treat, then every day becomes the reward. Tuesday becomes the exact same as if it was Friday or Saturday. And every day becomes a reward. It doesn't matter. To me, I don't, I have the same excitement whether it's Tuesday, Friday, Saturday, because I'm in the same level of consciousness each day. So I'm not living for the weekends, like I was at one time. And so for me personally, I find it's a lot easier to just go without it rather than having to play this game of moderation. But hey, that's just me, and I think you have to identify for yourself, what you feel is worth it. If you feel like wasting and sacrificing some willpower and playing that game and knowing that you are rolling the dice, taking a chance at at having to deal with that slippery slope path of maybe eventually this turning into a bigger and a worse, more developed habit, or just kill the moth just while it's little. Learn how to live life, your best life, and thrive through life naturally and sober without needing any kind of a crutch or some kind of a destructive habit as a treat or reward fooling yourself. So that's just me, guys. Let me know your comments, your thoughts below on this. Till next time, guys, keep crushing it, stay strong, and till next time, see you.